Hi everyone, today we're going to be looking at this Atari 2600 I bought on eBay. Now, they basically just said it didn't work or it was for spares and repairs or something along those lines. Having done, because I haven't got a TV up here, having done a little bit of testing downstairs, it looks like it's not getting any power. So the first thing I want to check is, I want to have a quick look at the power adapter. So I'll grab the multimeter and we'll see what, if we're getting any power out of here. Okay, so what I've got here is the power adapter. It's plugged in, it should be powered on. And what I want to do is using the multimeter to see if we're getting any voltage out of here. And that looks like we are getting absolutely nothing. Okay, this is at least the first thing that's wrong then. The power adapter is not producing any power. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I've got something that's going to work for us. I might have something, one of the adjustable ones, kicking around somewhere, so let me have a look at that. Okay, so I've got this multi-adapter for another project. I'm going to power this up and have a look if it's working. So it should be set to 9 volts, which is what the original adapter that came with this, the 2600 was. And if this works, there we go, we're getting 9 volts. Interestingly, it's tip negative, which is... Ooh. I'm not sure if this needs the tip to be negative or positive. On this, the tip is negative. Let me see if I can just change this around on the adapter. There you go. So the adapter has an adjustment for it, so this should now give us 9 volts or thereabouts. Okay, that's good. I'm going to try and plug this in and see what we get. So I have no way of knowing if that's actually powered it up, but so I've come upstairs, and what I've done is I've pulled the guts out of the console. It usually sits like this. So this is the actual console with no case. I've unplugged the aerial cable, which normally comes onto here, and now I'm just about to open it up and have a look. One thing I've spotted is these switches are a bit, I don't know, they just feel a bit sort of sticky, a bit clunged up, so I might, one, test them with a multimeter, and also see if we can get some contact cleaner or something in there just to like tidy them up, hopefully make them feel a bit better. Maybe it's the springs inside, or maybe they've got some, I don't know, rubber that's damping, that's corroded or something, but we'll see. It's quite an interesting setup, is this, just generally. It's you've got these thick traces on a single layer PCB, which I appreciate. It makes it easy to see what's going on. It's all through-hole components. Which in theory should make it okay to work on. But we'll see. I'm impressed with the fairly chunky metal shielding they've got around absolutely everything. Interesting, there's screws coming through there, but I can't see anything on the far side. There is some screws here. What do we have? This is a connector. Okay, this connector looks like it should just lift off. And I can probably free this top, I don't know what you call it. It's the board that's got the switches, RF modulator. should just come loose now. So everything on here is disconnected via that one ribbon cable. So we'll test those switches. That's definitely a job we've got to do. And then how do we get this board out? The only thing I can see is these two screws down here. So we'll have them out. Possibly this clip here as well. I'm not sure it's where the other side of those screws is. English is hard. Now how would this come out? Is that so? That's just up against the edge. That's just a cardboard shield. Doesn't look like there's anything in there. Ooh. I wonder. Okay, this might just lift out. There we go. Just want to be careful with it. You know, kind of respect the components. Okay, so this is the main board. So I think the first thing I'll do is follow the power. What we need to work out is from the switch, which is zooming in a bit. So this is the power in, and then these two, which are going to be the interesting, probably power and ground. Yeah, that looks like ground because it's going to this larger plane here. So I think this will be the power switch in, which is on that connector. The second one across. So this would be like this. It's the second one, so it's this one. It's this one. Yeah, that looks like a big ground plane, so I think it's this one. And yeah, actually, yeah, this says plus on it. It comes around here, down to this switch here, where these two come together. And then that's the off position, I'm guessing, and this is the on position. So let's check this switch. Let's check this switch. You know. So these two should be together, these two and these two. Now in the off position, yeah, and then these two not so much. Ooh, okay. That's in the on position. Okay, so if I move this to the off position now, Interesting, okay. So in the off position, the bottom one is connected to the middle one, it seems. I'm not sure that's right. So power is going to come into here, and in the off position doesn't go anywhere. And in the on position, it's going to come to here or here. Maybe that's okay. Wow, so that means the power is then going to come via this MOSFET of some description. That's a ground connection. That is... Oh, interesting. I'm going to assume this is a ground plane. So that then might connect ground to ground. Let's just do a diode check on this. So I'm going to say this is collector and emitter. Yep. So that's a dead short. That's a diode drop across it. And that has a diode drop across it. I don't think that's right. Let me just double check the pin out for this. What I'm looking at here is this component, which I think is a MOSFET for switching the power on and off. Can do Google and find out. Okay, so checking this in circuit, I'm fairly convinced it doesn't seem right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get set up with a soldering iron. We'll test it out of circuit and see what it's looking like, because it could be that this MOSFET has failed in some way, but we'll have a look. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unscrew this. Oh yeah, there's the thermal paste that's on there is completely gone as well, so I just get that something like straight. Let's bring you in for a closer look at what we're doing. So soldering iron is nice and warm. What I'll start off by doing is just flowing a little bit of extra fresh solder on there. See if we can just get a bit of desoldering wick on there. Start off with a little bit of this. Bit of extra flux on there as well. Just help it flow. What we'll do is we'll just if this doesn't work, I do actually have a desoldering gun we can get out. It's just one of those things where it's just more to set up for what can be sometimes quite a small job. If you've got a lot of desoldering to do, you can get the gun out, but for one through-hole component like this, sometimes it's just easier with the solder wick. Sometimes. There you go. You see the wick soaking it all up. Doing its job quite nicely, and then hopefully that'll just pop through there. Come on. Is that loose now? Oh, it really wants to be. It really wants to be. Let's warm these up, I think we'll just get the last bits off. There we go, we're out. And again, we'll just tidy that up with the last bit of solder wick. Making sure to get all the old stuff off there. Lovely job. Right, what I'm going to do is get the component tester and see what this thinks this is. I'll start by doing that diode check. Zoom out a little bit for you. So we're in diode mode. If we check between nothing here, a diode drop on those two, nothing between those two. I guess we'll check the outer two as well. Nothing between those two. And then this way we have a diode drop between those two. Diode drop between those two, and a larger one there. It's that one, it's the 1.6 that makes me go, is that right? Don't know. But what I have got is in this cupboard. Yeah, well, I've got, it's not that at all, it is my component tester, which is there. Oh, that's it, Okay, so what I've got here is my component tester. What I should be able to do is just pop that into 1, 2, 3 on there. Part unknown, diode detected. Yes, I thought that might be the case. Let's try it this way just to be sure. So I think that might be damaged, and that really could be what's contributing. So what I might try and do is I might try and get another one of these MOSFETs. I'll put the console back together for now, and see what we can do once a new one arrives. Okay, cheers all.